him a badge on the ball.
I think the main thing really, first of all, you know, I grew up with a football background. So to me, I was quite used to always playing football as a kid. You know, I'd be out in the garden playing football all the time, and let's face it, everybody wants to be a professional footballer, aren't they? So I know from playing with these lads, you can pick up some really good skills from football. And I think it's a really important thing as a game. It gives you a nice touch, and I know a lot of our rugby lads, especially now, probably grow up and they kick a rugby ball all the time. And actually, whenever you can stand over a football and have nice touch, because it's not a perfect scenario. A football is, you know, a different shape obviously, and it's probably a harder ball to master. So if we can master that, that was what I was trying to go with. Ultimately, the other thing too, it was a nice opportunity for the two clubs to get together as two professional teams in the city. And I just seen it as an opportunity maybe for our lads to learn first of all, but then maybe things we could pick up off them for training, for, you know, different techniques when it comes to kicking. You know, so I thought that was where we would go, and I think the boys really enjoyed doing it.
Good enough. That's the best goal you've got. Oh, that's nice. Oh, Stu! Before he's up. Good? Yeah, you go. Do I take it off? Yes, lad, switch with it.
Just how they interact with space, I think it's fascinating. Like I've been to a few football games, and you actually, when you watch the game, it's so different than watching it on television, how they move and where they move into space, and it's about preserving space in different areas. For us in rugby, it's very much, we are obviously trying to find space all the time, but it can get quite congested. So it's really important that we can use kicking game to try and find spaces when we play. And I found that quite fascinating, how they would talk about spreading and moving the ball to width. Especially, that's the way, I don't want to give their tactics away, but they were looking to move the ball around. Whereas we talk about maybe condensing teams to allow our faster boys to be able to run the space. So, but being able to use the kicking game to get there, you know, and just little tactics and stuff. I think they picked up certain wee ideas off us as well, which is really quite nice. But again, from a games point of view, it just gives our guys a different stimulus. It gives them a different way of thinking. Maybe when they're on the pitch, that they might start thinking, oh, there's space over there, but maybe I don't get the space there that quickly. I'll get it maybe 2 phases later. So I thought that was quite a good thing.
That is not it! KT! Cheers, man. Oh, that's unreal.
Yeah, I think the game in general, I think the way the game's going now, you're seeing, if you watch the World Cup, there's a lot of tactical kicking, there's a lot of cross kicks in behind. I think as well, kicking can be a real weapon in the game if you use it correctly. You know, it's all about manipulating space. If they, You know, if there's one person in the backfield, it means there's space to kick to. If teams are worried about you running all the time, they might just leave one in the backfield. If they're worried about you kicking, they might leave 3, which then gives you opportunities to run. So I think having a lot of strings to your bow is really quite important. And I think with the group we have at the minute, especially with our younger guys, you know, we've got a group of lads and we've a lot of kickers in the team all of a sudden, which is really great from a, you know, when teams analyse us, they're probably looking at us going, they don't really know what Exeter's going to do, which only can aid our attack. So if we use it in the right direction, I think it's really quite a good, useful tool. Well, there's a few lads who just fancied themselves as footballers. I've just had a kicking session with the lads this morning. We did a bit of football, and it's like they were never there. But look, Slady obviously had a good thing. I think they were talking about Stu Townsend, who potentially could have got a contract. They were saying that, so maybe they're just saying that to keep Stu happy. I don't know, but look, it was good. Really a good day all around, and I think, you know, what I really enjoyed was the fact that footballers got a lot out of it as well. They seemed to really buy into it. They seemed to enjoy it. You know, they've come up now and supported us. They were all here whenever we played. I think we played at the Gloucester game. There's a few of them came along, and hopefully we can get a few of our lads to go and support them as well.